Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again. It's winter. It's cold. I gotta start letting the beard grow back in. Hold on, 1 second. Can't let you guys see my messy closet. Now this video is gonna make a lot of people happy and it's gonna piss a lot of people off. One thing I wanna make clear right from the start is do not take anything I say with a grain of salt. Every claim that I make, I will leave link to sources down below so you can do your own research and research outside of those sources as well. Do not agree or disagree with me just because you like or may not like me. Do your own research, be your own man, woman, child, etc. But today we're going to talk about why we can expect Mr. Joe Biden to be our next president of the United States and why the accusation of election fraud is highly unlikely. First of all, in the states that legally allow recounts or do them automatically depending on the margins, Trump is too far behind in the margins in most of them. The only two states in which he is eligible for a recount are Georgia and Arizona. Those are the only two states where the margins are close enough for him to be legally eligible for a recount. The rest, he's too far behind. And I'll leave a link to all of the laws of the states in which he's trying to get recounts in, but even in a hypothetical la world where he does, let's say hypothetically, win Georgia and Arizona both, that would still only put him at 244 electoral votes, which is still too short for the presidency. Point being, no matter how much legal battles Trump goes through, and even if he were to hypothetically win some of them, it may end up proving in vain anyways. And I find it really weird that people are trying to call out the media for projecting who the next president is going to be. They did the same thing in 2016 with Trump. They projected that Trump would be our next president because he was beating the shit out of Hitler. That can be taken out of context. The media does not decide who the next president is going to be, nor have they ever claimed to. The reason it's called a projection is because they are making a calculation based off of the information that they're given. The majority of the time, they are accurate. They were accurate when they predicted Obama would be the next president of the United States. They were accurate when they predicted Trump. Now you expect us to think they're not accurate when they predict Biden? So anyways, that's a reason why even if Trump gets the recounts he wants and some states do work in his favor, he's most likely not going to win. I'm sorry. Now let's talk about why election fraud is highly unlikely. The only one reason that you need. It was a pretty shitty fraud if it was fraud. The Democrats only won the presidency. They didn't win the Senate. They didn't win any districts. If this was fraud, this would be the worst fraud in all of history. The Democrats? No. Anybody with fucking common sense knows that just winning the presidency alone means nothing. And now, because the Democrats haven't won anything, pretty much anything that Joe Biden tries to pass is gonna be challenged by the Republican Senate. If this was fraud, why would you not take the Senate? Why would you not take the districts? You pretty much frauded for no reason because winning the presidency has almost benefited you in no way politically. So yeah, that's why fraud is highly unlikely, because it would be a really shitty fraud attempt to just go for the presidency alone. Also, on a quick note, we're talking about the government here. All the polling stations that count ballots are owned and verified by the government. Trump and the Republicans want the FBI, another branch of the government, to investigate the government. Let's be real for a second. If there really was fraud in the government, do you really expect the FBI, a part of the government, to investigate with full integrity? If Trump would have won, he would have fired his FBI director that he appointed. Oh, and did you all see when Fox News projected Joe Biden's win? Trump's favorite network, favorite conservative network, projected Joe Biden's win. That pissed him off. But yeah, I'm kind of just rambling. This is going to be a bit of a shorter political like video, different than what I typically upload, but those are just a few reasons why voter fraud is highly unlikely. And even if hypothetically there was voter fraud, Trump still wouldn't be back in office. We still don't know who killed JFK. We still don't know who knocked down the Twin Towers, and yet you dumbasses still don't see that if the establishment wants something done, there's nothing you could do about it. But that's only if your hypothetical, highly unlikely voter fraud had occurred anyway, so. I'll try to do more political videos here and there. I mean, they always used to do pretty well on my old channel, so I'll see you guys in whichever next topic I decide to discuss. If you want to, you can comment down below any specific topics you want me to talk about in politics. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll cover anything. But with that being said, if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I typically do gaming and that sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.